She takes up all of these amazing victories together with her team, and almost consistently, she's always the top one within her squad. Is she going to be able to show us such a performance in here once again? Will Mia be able to shadow that as well? As GAIJIN Invicta will win that coin toss, giving them the opportunity to pick 3 out of the 5 fights that we will be seeing in here today. Map number 1, let's take a quick look at what their bans are.
Firing range and standoff is going to be banned over here. GAIJIN Invicta does ban firing range, knowing how well Velvet is going to play here. But we are heading over here to Summit Hardpoint. And now Summit is going to be a very interesting map for Hardpoint, knowing how small the map is. But it is a little bit long. And having that early rotation really is key for any Hardpoint game. But you already see the score streaks are eventually going to come in here in P2, knowing how open it is. This is the most open area that you are going to have. So it is going to be that second P2 where we're going to be seeing a rain of cluster strike here, AJ.
Yes, Summit Hardpoint, this is the game as well as map for those aggressive teams, because when you go in for the 3rd as well as 4th Hardpoint and you manage to reset the spawns of your opponents, that's going to be such a pain to deal with. And the more aggressive one will be able to pick the W. Summit Standoff ban for Search and Destroy. Velvet will be able to go in with the pick here, and they say, let's bring this fight down into firing range.
Now, this is exactly what I was saying a while ago, AJ. Firing range is going to be picked by Velvet because it is their strongest map. They did pull a nuke here, so I think with GAIJIN Invicta, I feel like they should have banned firing range for Velvet. Because, you know, firing range is going to be their playground. They know how well they operate here. But you know what? Maybe GAIJIN Invicta has done their homework, knowing that very well they would be choosing firing range over here, and it's very important for them to really have that information to really get those, you know, snipes here. It's going to be interesting how GAIJIN Invicta really responds here. With domination, though, it's going to be interesting how GAIJIN Invicta really gets to pick that map, knowing how well Velvet does here as well. Crash and standoff are going to be banned, though.
Standoff, really a place that Velvet does not want to mess around with at all. Let's see exactly where GAIJIN Invicta will bring the girls. In map number 3, it looks like they want to fight it off at domination. At firing range as well. Now, domination at firing range is quite straightforward, and we know of the power points, right? The Scout Tower as well as the White Warehouse will be able to help your team hold on to that Bravo site. But the problem is you can also hold auto repair and barracks hut for your team. So it's almost impossible to have 4 players situated at all 4 of these power points at the same time, which makes Bravo so difficult to overtake. Which team will be able to shine at firing range? We will find out. Is that going to be the final map of this series? We'll find that out as well. If we do get pushed to map number 4, it's going to be at Crossfire Beef.
Oh, now this is going to be a rematch that I really want to see. Crossfire Hardpoint is where Velvet did lose against GAIJIN Invicta during that group stage. And now I feel like if Velvet does get to play here, they would want their revenge, knowing how well Crossfire can be played. And again, with a map like Crossfire, it's really hard to catch up, but we have seen it here in Crossfire, especially at such a really long map. To have that early rotation and to get those chopper wallbang gameplays is going to be essential for all of these teams. And GAIJIN Invicta, knowing that they won against Velvet in Crossfire, will definitely give them that confidence boost. But hopefully that doesn't get to their head, knowing that they won. And, you know, maybe that just came into luck sometimes. But you know what? We already know how well both of these teams can play. But we are heading over, if ever. Hopefully, I'm really willing to see map number 5 here. Search and Destroy is going to be played here in Raid. But we already know how well Velvet is in Search and Destroy, AJ.
Velvet is great at Search and Destroy, but being able to play that at Raid, maybe GAIJIN Invicta just feels like they've got a better control on that map, right? And you know, to the point that you mentioned, GAIJIN Invicta took the W on Velvet on Crossfire. Is that correct, Hardpoint?
Yep, exactly. And you know, with that Hardpoint... you really need to have that, you really need to have that team comms, especially going in there, really trying to get all of those kills. And not only that, is to have that early rotation. But then search and destroy raid is going to be a completely different name of the game.
The most dominant teams in here. Only, I wouldn't say outshadowed, but they have to, share the throne with XDG LXIX. Are they going to be able to show their dominance in here against GAIJIN INVICTA with 3 games back-to-back on the W? Or will we see an absolute upset dropping in? SKK opens the game up with the QQ9, not doing much damage at all. She will get shut down. It's going to be Devi dropping right back through. The points that have been picked up, just 2 apiece. The first hard point at control room number 2 is not going to be easy to go in and contest beef.
Yep, exactly. This is going to be the most difficult hard point to actually defend. It is very open. There are a lot of openings over here. You have 2F to worry about. You have another entrance and 2 other entrances to worry about. So it's going to be impressive how GAIJIN actually gets all of this, AJ, especially with all of these team members really doing a good job here. Tokyo is doing such a good job with that KRM.
Yeah, it's just back and forth. The key to winning control room number 2 is not stopping the firepower, not giving up and not backing away. As long as you're able to rain down all of your forces in there, you should be able to take the hard point. Now, this is a little bit of a delay being called in by GAIJIN INVICTA. They want to go in and storm the front altogether, and that particular example of a gameplay works out for them. Unfortunately, it's time's up on that hard point. We will go in for the rotation, and this will be at the edge platform, and Velvet, the first ones at the crime scene.
Wow, such an amazing push here by GAIJIN. They definitely went in there very hard, and really having that trophy system down was very essential for them. And you know what? Ellen did such a good job with that defense, and Mia as well. They need to get a hold of 2F, which they did, but then we see here Velvet is going to be up there as well. And not for long, we see here AJ, it is being infiltrated by the Velvet girls.
34-20, GAIJIN INVICTA not too far behind at all. The constant contest coming in here because of Ellen, and the players from Velvet, they do pulls out the FHJ, but unfortunately gets shut down, and that'll allow Velvet to continuously pick those points up. GAIJIN INVICTA, they are only able to contest and stop the picking up of points, but not pick any up for themselves. It's not going to work out in their favor if they continue that sort of a strategy beat.
Oh, that early rotation was amazing here from GAIJIN, and especially with Bloom being the only one there. Now, that was a mistake. She should not have went outside. She went outside, overpush a little bit, knowing very well that the spawn is going to be in GAIJIN's favor. And right now, they're going to be getting a hold of this hardpoint, AJ. That rotation was really amazing for them, and they are going to be poised in position here for that defense.
Yep, 38-48, just 10 points for the pickup, and this is the cable car platform gameplay coming in here from GAIJIN INVICTA, and the comeback might just be real if the girls are able to hold this for just a little bit longer, which they will. 51, and they will overtake on those points as well. Velvet with the fight right back, NXBot dropping real quick inside here with the QQ9, unable to do much as 2 players are in there, but with one slide, she takes down 2 players, and this is Velvet with the backup, and they want to equalize the points at this hard point itself, which won't be possible, Beef, unless GAIJIN steps in.
Here we go with that early rotation. This is what we're talking about. The rotations are doing so well right now for GAIJIN INVICTA, and the catch-up gameplay is going to be here for Velvet as everyone is scrambling over here. And you can see here such solid defense by GAIJIN. Everyone is going to be outside trying to take everyone out, but then A-Long is going to be a point of contestment as 2 players from Velvet are going to go for that sneak attack.
Yeah, at the moment, this is GAIJIN's hard point. This is GAIJIN's spawn. Are we going to be able to see Velvet go in for the spawn reset? The players are not at the spawn point during those kills, which means we are not going to be able to see it. Contest coming right back through for GAIJIN INVICTA. This is their spawn once again. They should be holding on to it, and Velvet cannot reset it no matter what they try. Amazing backstab dropping in from Bloom. They will be able to pick those points up. Very crucial in this close fight between the 2B.
Yep, exactly. And right now we can see Velvet was actually able to infiltrate this one, but then with the contest, and it's going to be important how they go into control room number 2 yet again. Now, they are going to have that rotation over here very early on yet again. GAIJIN doing so well with that early rotations, giving all of the scrap points to Velvet. But then we can see here, Velvet does have that advantage. I feel like they should have contested a little bit more in that P3. And it's going to be important, P4. And heading over here in control room number 2 is going to be difficult for them to defend yet again.
Yeah, unfortunately, because of the counter UAV, we are unable to take a quick look at the map as well, so we don't know what the rotations are like. This is going to be right back at hardpoint number 1, where we will have Velvet with the lead, 102 to 90. GAIJIN Invicta not too far back at all. They should be able to fight their way back in here with just a little bit more effort. Mia, QQ9 with the access into the second floor will be able to rain those bullets down. GAIJIN coming right back through. Unfortunately, Vapi with the 2-piece will be able to make sure that GAIJIN will not be able to step into that hardpoint. But as I say it, Beef, they take it back.
Yep, and it's going to be that rotation to P number 2, and the cluster strikes are going to be going down there for sure. But it's just how many cluster strikes are going to be going down here in the next hardpoint, as we know that P2 is going to be the most open hardpoint that we are going to have in this map. So best believe that you're going to be seeing cluster strike after cluster strike, and also some op skills as well.
Exactly how we will see the fight of GAIJIN Invicta back in here. They have picked up that hard point, 97 right now, but the pressure dropping in, double cluster strikes from... Oh no! Velvet bringing in literally a double cluster strike side by side. This is all for the picking for the Singaporeans. Here comes Keiki for the prevention on XS1, but she doesn't get it. Oh! B-Doll, she pops it as well. Keiki, solo XS1 takedown. Amazing coming in from Keiki. This is Velvet at their best, but GAIJIN Invicta, the fight for that hard point will be coming back through. Bloom pops out the counter UAV. Are we going to be able to see her continuously ravage these points? 132 to 103. This is so close to the closer, but GAIJIN Invicta still fighting in here, babe.
Keiki just took the cake for this one for me, but then the rotation needs to come in yet again. They are not rotating. They need to go to P3, but we see here a Nexus 1 Goliath is going to be there, and I think this is going to be game already, as we already need 14 points to really win this one, and it's going to be difficult for all of the GAIJIN girls to really get in there, but it's going to be difficult to actually get in there as another Nexus 1 Goliath, AJ.
Oh, 139. This is just a game over. Vapi, 299 HP. XS1 Goliath taken down by Debbie. And it's going to be Bloom trying to pick up the XS1. Rosie trying to steal it away. But unfortunately, Velvet has already dropped. And it took an XS1 Goliath to take Crush down. That's how strong XS1 Goliaths are. Yeah, Keiki just took on an XS1 Goliath on her own and slayed it. Okay, that's how amazing she was. But NX made beef. And then from then on, there was just... They were heartbroken. They clearly were heartbroken because they just didn't try to make any plays coming back. GAIJIN Invicta, as long as they can maintain their cool, as long as they can keep their composure in this match, they should be able to hold their own against Velvet. A beautiful Thermite dropping out, bot with that kill on Mia, which means Velvet might just be able to take game number 1 in here. The biggest sting from GAIJIN Invicta has been slain.
Now, that was a very surprising push, especially here in Bravo, because usually it's going to be a push here in Alpha. And it's going to be difficult for all of the girls of GAIJIN Invicta because they are going to be spread out. Now, this is what you don't want to do. You need to get that pinch play, yeah, maybe, but you need 2 players at least with each other. And you can see here, they might pay for the price, but Ellen doing such a good job getting that frag, evening everything out.
Okay, now let's see exactly what she will be able to do here. Those frags are not enough! As Ellen will lose her life to Sovella, a 3-on-2 situation. Rosie as well as Tokyo. Elmo J waiting for the approach, and she will back away, but the backstep does not come in here from the players of GAIJIN. A snipe shot falling a little bit short, and that comes through for Rosie, who is in the auto repair. Will she be able to make a play as Velvet goes in for the plant?
Yep, exactly. And now this is the time where they should come together. All of these teammates, Tokyo and Rosie, needs to stick together because it's going to be a difficult situation to be in once you do get left here all alone. Especially we can see here, Elmo J is going to be a really tough battle, but then Tokyo with the kill.
Okay, Tokyo, it's a one-on-one. Keiki, Tokyo, are we going to be able to see perfection? Tokyo, KRM, slide! And she takes her down. GAIJIN INVICTA. This is round number 1. Let's not get too excited, Mustachio. Get the diffuser.
Next round.
Hey, you get the right to be excited because we thought that was going to be Velvet's round, but Tokyo, with the movement, with those kills, now you can already tell if a player really wants to win this one, it's going to be Tokyo. We already know how well Tokyo really plays, especially with that KRM is going to be absolutely dangerous for Velvet.
What was that coming in from Sovela? That sniper was like a machine gun.
I think she was like throwing grenades over there, looking like an NA, but not exactly. Oh, we can see here,
Tokyo,
the rotation is
oh,
going to be off
beauty.
Tokyo yet again.
Elmo J slain so early in here, and unfortunately the side of Velvet will be crippled early on. It's a 2-2 split coming in from Velvet. They do not have the bomb. Elmo has dropped it like a little bit of a hot cake. GAIJIN INVICTA with the defense, and right now it is an attack all the way down here at that alpha side. Shooting range is the point of contention now. GAIJIN INVICTA as Rosie, Tokyo. Rosie takes a 2-piece for herself. This is GAIJIN INVICTA for the win as Bloom, QQ9, solo going up against 3 players in here, beef.
It's very doable for Bloom to actually get this one. She gets another kill. Gets 2. We can go over here. 1v1 situation here, AJ. It's very doable. 40 seconds on the clock, and it's going to be difficult, especially with a player like Tokyo.
It's Tokyo, KRM. She makes that approach. Slide and a beautiful pop. 1 shot, 1 kill. KRM beast. Tokyo gets round number 2 as well.
Wow, Tokyo doing it yet again for her team. Now, this is difficult for Velvet, right? We're seeing here, this is supposed to be their map pick, yet we can see 2 points in GAIJIN INVICTA so far. Tokyo is unstoppable. She has 6 kills. Mia and Debbie have 0, yet they've won 2 of these rounds already. Now, Velvet needs to respond, needs to hang back and not be too aggressive. Their push a while ago in B was really good, but then they weren't able to sustain it.
Okay, bomb plant comes through real quick this time round. Shooting range. Alpha attack once again. This is going to be a quick pop from Rosie and the DLQ slide. Elmo J takes Ellen out of the equation. Elmo J opportunity once again, but the slide coming in from Tokyo. KRM, and she pops Elmo J in the head. But unfortunately, NX bot will shut her down. The report going through a little bit too quick. GAIJIN Mia, this is going to be a one-on-one Fennec in here. QQ9, which is going to be the winner. Is it going to be the meta? Because 15 seconds on the clock. And we will be able to see Mia make a play in here if she can take down NX Bot, who rotates beautifully. 6 seconds on the clock. Too late. NX Bot gets the win for Velvet.
Ready up.
Finally, we see a point here in Velvet, and NXBot did such a good job with that rotation, knowing very well that Mia rotated well herself, but then Mia didn't have enough time to actually get all of that, and it was very impressive. And it's going to be Elmo J versus Tokyo in this matchup, but then Tokyo is just winning that matchup so far.
Oh, absolutely, man. She positions herself so cleanly all the time. And this time, it's another alpha attack. A 5-lady push towards the bottom. NX bot taken down by Tokyo. And that is a huge game changer. Elmo J waiting for Tokyo to make her face show. Make her face appear at the doorway so she can shut her down. Shut her out of this equation. Keiki taking out Mia. Bloom takes out Debbie. And it will be Sovela who gets eliminated for the side of Team Velvet. Ellen as well as Tokyo can make a play in here. 3 QQ9 setup coming in from the side of Velvet. This might be a little bit too difficult. The meta gameplay in front of you, Beef.
Yep, it's going to be difficult, especially with 3 players and 15 seconds left on the clock. Ellen might need to actually take this win. Hopefully, as she goes into trailer, AJ, it's going to be difficult for her to actually get this. And there you go. Keiki does take the cake.
Okay, now it is a 2-all. Team Velvet trying to make a comeback in here. Let's not say trying, because they have made a comeback already in terms of equalizing their points. Are we going to be able to see them continue to rake up these wins and leave GAIJIN INVICTA down in the dust. Let's see exactly what happens as Rosie goes in here for a quick pop, but unfortunately smoked out. But it will still be an alpha push coming in from the side of Velvet. They are hanging around the shower room. At the shower front, they will go in for a push. A 3-player setup there, but 1 player dropping in from middle lane. She might be able to poke the side of Velvet out here, B.
Yep, exactly. And right now, I think Rosie really needs to make a play here. So far, she's been doing quite good, but then I think she really just over-pushed a while ago, and the reason why Elmo J was able to actually get her. And right now, she needs to make that kill. That was an easy kill, but she wasn't able to get it. Come on now, Rosie. You really need to get those snipes in.
The bomb has been planted.
Okay, now let's see if or not Team GAIJIN Invicta will be able to do it. Elmo as well as Keiki, making it a little bit more difficult. Devi takes out NX bot, which means that is a 1-up for GAIJIN Invicta. Mia! Opportunity, it shuts down Keiki. And that's what we are talking about. Elmo J, on the other hand, eliminates Tokyo, which means the side of GAIJIN Invicta will lose their most prized player. But Devi here trying to make sure that it is not just Tokyo who takes up all of the names. So Bella levels out Mia and Devi with 2 back-to-back amazing snipes, as Velvet will take point number 3 at that rotation. They will switch sides now, Beef. How will GAIJIN do on the attacking side?
Destroy the objective.
Damn, that was a nasty snipe there, Sovella, with that quick scope, with that double kill, girl. Man, you need to be stopped. And right now, I feel like if it's going to be Sovella versus Rosie, Sovella's doing more of a good job at that sniping and also really giving that information. It is going to be a quick push here off of B, and they're doing a good job here so far. As one person, 2 people are down. AJ, what's happening?
Oh, NX bot saw the opportunity. She goes in there for a rush and she trades her life for 2, which means as far as commerce goes, that was an amazing play coming in from NX bot to just thin the herd on the side of GAIJIN Invicta. Elmo J, opportunity now, but Devi just uses her surroundings as backup. With 1 more opportunity for the slay, Devi does not manage to take down Bloom. Chopper on that gameplay. Ellen, on the other hand, will be able to complete what she did not have Devi sort out. Savella on the low right now. This is for GAIJIN Invicta to pull the W.
Oh, wow. Amazing plays here by Devi. She was just patient over there. She was just waiting at A long. She did that amazing job of actually getting rid of Elmo J, and that really aggressive push off of B could have been really, really deadly for them, especially NX Spot with that 2-piece, but it happened so well, and there's going to be another push yet again in Bravo, but we do see here 2 more players. A full push here by Team GAIJIN.
Okay, it's going to be Tokyo. Makes that approach, but unfortunately, Keiki as well as NX Bot are on the take for the receive. It's going to be Keiki who backs away as NX Bot eliminates Devi. What a fast round. A perfect round, I'll have to say, as Velvet eliminates all 5 players whilst theirs stay alive.
That indeed was a perfect round for Velvet, and I think it was just because GAIJIN Invicta was just a little bit too predictable. And now, knowing very well that Bravo did not work for them, they are going to be expecting them here at A, but they are doing a delay push here, AJ. That delay push might be good for them as being a little bit too aggressive. It's not working out for them so far. And now this is what I like about GAIJIN Invicta, right? Is that they really know how to study all of their opponents and not make the same mistakes. Now, they did the same mistakes the past 2 games, so the reason why Velvet really got to have that upper hand, and right now it's going to be just a very slow passive gameplay here.
Okay, 5-5 still alive. Neither side going in for the push. GAIJIN Invicta taking this really slowly, only because Velvet has stacked up the defense on firing range, a 2-1-2 being dropped out, and 1 player on the approach here at the scout tower, right behind the scout tower, just to spot mid to see exactly where the players from GAIJIN Invicta will go. And that 1 mid player, NX Bot, should be able to flex around and drop anywhere if needed. She can back up her team members anywhere on that map. This is perfection coming in from Velvet as far as the defense will go, and the players might have been spotted out, and this will be a Bravo call. Keiki goes in for the shot, does not get the takedown. Opportunity once again, but too slow. Devi will get that damage done. NX Bot takes a 2-piece, and this is the backup that we were talking about as she drops in. Opportunity once again with a quick round around, and she will not be able to find 1 more, as Elmo will finish off the side of GAIJIN Invicta. This is match point, and Velvet looks like they want to take a 3-game victory. No questions asked.
I think it's going to be a sweep, but then here we go. I mean, I kind of take back what I said a while ago with GAIJIN INVICTA really knowing and not really repeating the same mistakes. They repeated the same mistake by going back to Bravo, knowing very well that struggle was real over there, AJ.
Okay. So Tokyo eliminates herself, unfortunately, and it's going to be a 4-on-4 as Elmo J gets eliminated from the side of Velvet. Rosie opportunity, but Sovella a little too fast. Sovella, one more. She will be able to spot the player out and take down Ellen as well. What was that plan?
She didn't hide behind the bomb side where she should have. I think at this point, they're just really panicking, especially with having all of this. And now we do have just one player left. Is going to be Devi. And Tokyo, I feel like she just lost her fire at the end of this game. She had 7 kills a while ago, and now she only has 8. So meaning the past 3 rounds, she did not get a kill or only just got 1 kill. So
one of their movements, they didn't go in for those rushes. They didn't take those bomb sites. If anything, for the attacking side to be the first ones at the bomb site, especially at Alpha, isn't too...
You cannot outgun Velvet unless you are XDG. And right now, GAIJIN INVICTA needs to go and be unpredictable, and that's the best that they can be. The moment that they're unpredictable, now that's when they actually win all of these games. And they really need to get into power positions, and not just that, they need to go for Charlie, actually, and Mia's gonna be in trouble.
Okay, now let's see exactly how they will be able to take this GAIJIN INVICTA, finally picking up that Alpha. Bravo will be the point of contention as we always speak of, and there are the 4 power positions: Barracks Hut, the White Warehouse, Scout Tower, as well as Auto Repair if you want to pick up Bravo. And at the moment, we have got 2 players at the White Warehouse for the side of Velvet in order to put that pressure on, and Ellen will pick that Barracks Hut, which is the reason why Velvet had to delay their pick. But just like that, they will be able to secure Bravo and immediately dropping for the triple cap, prevented as Charlie will fall into the hands of GAIJIN INVICTA. And they manage to pick Bravo right back up, and this is the sort of heated battle. This is the sort of pressure that Velvet will require if at all GAIJIN INVICTA here is to pick up the victory.
Now GAIJIN is having such a hard time with getting into that tower, as we can see here, Keiki, with the response, really killing all of everyone who's actually trying to go up that ladder. Now that is the price you have to pay, because it's such an open place where if you try to go up there, it's going to be hard for you to actually stay there. And now they really need to do this cleanup, and so far GAIJIN INVICTA is doing such a good job with all of these.
Velvet almost with the triple cap, but they want to force the case. They want to force the scenario where GAIJIN INVICTA players just have got no option but to give up. They want to break the players so early on. But look at the kill score right now. GAIJIN is just ravaging with those kills. NXBot trying to come back in here with a couple of responses. Bloom dropping right back through. The prevention of the triple cap will come through, but Bravo will fall into the hands of Velvet. GAIJIN INVICTA, they still have the lead in here. They make a play. Bravo might just get picked up, and that's how they do it. But Charlie, immediate response coming in from Velvet. This is what we talked about, Steve. For Velvet to be able to hold on to 2 sides easily, that's not going to be a problem. Holding on to a triple cap, on the other hand, against a team like GAIJIN INVICTA, that's going to be the issue. The fight from GAIJIN needs to be stronger as they pick Charlie up. They need to hold on to this beef.
Yep, exactly. And the points are really tricking down here exactly with Bravo. And it's going to be 46 and 43. And the defense here by GAIJIN has been really good so far. But then the response by Velvet is really good as well, as all of these teams don't really get to have that Bravo flag really for too long. And Rosie just kind of wasted all of that opportunities to kill a lot of people with that Sparrow.
Okay, now let's see. Bravo, it is the pick right back in here from GAIJIN INVICTA. 52 to 54. They should be able to catch up on those points. But Keiki with a beautiful defender placement, trying to capture Bravo all on her own. The prevention will come through from the gameplay of Mia, who has that White Warehouse. Power positions are essential for the pickup on Bravo, and GAIJIN INVICTA showing that they know that all too well. A triple cap attempt now coming in here from the Filipinos, one that I never thought I will be seeing against the Singaporeans. Velvet has truly been absolute perfection at firing range domination in here, but GAIJIN just showing that they can stand, they can dance, and they can follow the tune of Velvet and even do slightly better beef.
Yep, exactly. But we see here the points are trickling down and we are heading over to that last half of the game. That second round is going to be absolutely important and this is where we're going to be seeing all of that. Oh no, that was so close, AJ.
So close indeed to the triple cap. But 75-71, not too shabby at all. GAIJIN Invicta doing just enough to make sure they have not lost this just yet. Velvet is on that one final opportunity. They are on their series point right now. If they win this, that's about it. GAIJIN Invicta will have to get kicked down into the lower brackets. It gets opened up with Elmo J as well as Blue, picking up those fights as well as skills for themselves. Now a two-lady pickup onto Bravo, but prevention will drop in by Debbie. Beautifully sought after, and they will go out to reverse the markers from Bravo as well. It's a heated battle, just like the first half beat.
Oh, they keep getting stopped. They really can't get Bravo. Velvet is being denied here by GAIJIN, but then I think they are going to be able to actually get this one, and yes, they do. The airstrike is going to be down, really going to be a hard time right now for GAIJIN Invicta, and what they need to go is actually go for that A push right now. And Bloom does have that positioning, and it's going to be important to get all of these power positions. And what I'm seeing here that's lacking from GAIJIN Invicta is that creativity of really having to push into separate lanes and really having that diversion.
No, but Velvet still wants to force the case. Mustachio said we can't take a triple cap. We are going to take the triple cap. And on that point, they take the triple cap. Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie. Cluster strike, triple kill coming in from GAIJIN Davey. But it does not matter. They want to pick up Barracks Hut right back out of the hands of Velvet. But they will need to pry it open from the dead cold hands, as Velvet just don't want to let this go. A solo hold coming in here from Rosie, but prevention will drop right back through. And this will be the perfection by Team Velvet. The Singaporeans, MYSG, represent to save all of our faces because these Filipinos are just way too good at this game.
The question is, why were there two cluster strikes in Charlie? They wasted one over there. They should have just placed another one here in Alpha or Bravo, but they chose to do that. Now, that was a choice. I think that was a miscommunication within that team, and I think that was very costly on their end. As we can see here, Axis 1 Goliath is going to be going down.
Okay, now we can see a VTOL dropping in here soon, as well as Bloom brings it out, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Are we going to be able to see this VTOL stand up in the air for long? The answer is no, as that FHJ snuffs it out. But Velvet already has those 2 points. Bravo almost lost. Ellen trying to pull it away, but the prevention will drop through. 138, make that 139, and Velvet are on that race. Final 10 points to close this series off with the perfect 3-0. Something that XDG just could not do. And is this that flex that we were talking about? You bet your little butt it absolutely is. 147 in here, and GAIJIN Invicta will have no choice whatsoever as they will concede defeat. 1/5. It's as deadly as making those early rotations at hardpoint. You are most probably going to lose the game. NX bot. Once I told all of y'all, I mean, hey, I love Elmo J, no offense whatsoever, but I told all of y'all, NX freaking bot. She deserves the Valkyrie nomination as well, because this girl is on absolute fire in the competition. How many MVPs has she picked up thus far? Too many, if you ask me. 150 to 108 as Velvet picks that victory up. 108 to 150. Oh, look at that perfection. And the Singaporeans, man, they just like it perfect, right? Everything needs to be the same.
Yes, exactly. And right now, the points really says that for themselves. Velvet doing an absolutely crazy run for this one. I did not expect there to be a sweep here. I expected, you know, Velvet to win this one, but not win this much. You 108 to 150, you can see it's like it was copy pasted in domination. It's like they did it on purpose. Okay, we need to get 108 to 150 yet again here for domination. And this is where you can see the smartness, the IQ plays of Velvet really, really doing an amazing job for all of the games that we have here today. And now I'm actually really looking forward as to what is going to happen with GAIJIN Invicta now that they're going to be seeing AIM Artemis here at the lower brackets.
Oh, absolutely, man. And of course, when GAIJIN Invicta as well as AIM Artemis step in here, the battle and the aggression will not stop from start to the end. Both of them have been